Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Salt Princess here, and well, I wanted to make another video for you guys regarding some Path of Exile content before Blight comes out, the 3.8 experience. But that starts tomorrow, and although I did actually record another video pertaining to like how to really meticulously tailor your loot filter to scale with the level of your character throughout the course of a league. I went into pretty substantial amounts of detail as to like all the little tiny things that you can do to make it really suit your needs or suit an individual character, or if you have like a build goal for the end of your league, you can pursue things like that just by tailoring your loot filter to make certain items stand out a little bit more than others. And there was an audio issue where the audio ended up getting more and more out of sync by the end of the video, which was really shitty because it was like a 35-minute long video. So at first it was just like, oh, something's wrong, and then at the end it was like, she stopped talking like 3 minutes ago. So that's not going up. But anyway, a few things are going on. Obviously, Classic WoW is out, and I am a long-time World of Warcraft and Blizzard games fan, and although I have some issues with the direction that Blizzard has kind of taken their company in the past couple of years and taken the direction of the game, I think releasing Classic in like its truest original state is kind of a show of good faith, so I'm giving it a shot. And as you can see, I'm level 30. I've been playing for a couple days. I'm trying to catch up with everybody else because I started about a week after everybody else did. So I've basically done this in a weekend. I went really hard this weekend. It's a little disgusting. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I stayed up for like 2 straight days, and I haven't caught up. At all, really. I'm still behind the curve. I'm like at the curve, actually, which I'm okay with, but that's not my point. Anyway, what is my point? I was having a lot of fun making Path of Exile content for you guys. I really enjoy that game. I really enjoy the community. It's kind of small. It feels tight-knit. And so it's definitely something that I wanted to participate in a lot, and something that I do actually intend to participate in more. But to keep this video concise, Legion was kind of... I ended up falling in love with Legion by the end of it, but at the beginning it was kind of like... It took like work, you know? It was like, I don't know, that's like a shitty way to explain it, but I didn't love it at first, and it took me a really long time to warm up to it, and realistically, it was pretty thin. It lacked meat. It wasn't juicy enough for me. Not the kind of juice that I like, It was like an orange juice, and I'm more of like a apple cider kind of person. But we're not going to get into that. So, and realistically speaking, like, Blight looks fine. I'm really excited for like the mechanical changes that are coming along in terms of like the changes to the master system, particularly with Delve. And sort of the like leaving your masters for a little while and having the dailies stack. I really like that. So I think in some sense I am going to play the league and mess around with that. But in terms of making sort of more meta leaning build guides and doing little updates and things like that, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm just not very excited for the actual league mechanic, and I wasn't for Legion either, and so I'm gonna let somebody else do it, and they'll probably do a better job than I do, and they probably already are. I am gonna be around. I might play a little bit in standard, just simply because I made like I made an enormous amount of currency again this league, and so I'm gonna maybe spend that in standard just to play the game, to like sustain some maps and just like fart around and sort of incrementally push up some of my bigger characters that I've been working on. And also, I'm very, very curious about trying out all the new poison changes. Scourge Arrow is like, I've said it a bunch of times if you guys have actually watched my content. Scourge Arrow is like head and shoulders above the rest of the skill gems, in my opinion. I love the thing. It's a lot of fun. And so I've never made a poison Scourge Arrow, so I'm just gonna fuck with assassins and poison mechanics and those kinds of things. And I also have kind of an aspiration to do a deck stacking spectral throw character, because my deck stacking Scourge Arrow was so successful. I really like that just as a mechanic. So I'm going to try out deck stacking Deadeye with like cold conversion spectral throw, and see if I can't get the deck stacking mod. I don't even actually know if I can get the deck stacking modifier on like shaped claws, but if I can, which I probably can, I'm going to try it out. But otherwise, like I said, I'm just going to sit it out. I don't think there's anything wrong with the league, but without going into too much detail about it, things have been very much shaken up at work for me. And so in terms of my availability to actually like play video games, I'm not going to be able to play WoW and Path of Exile at the same time. And I don't even want to make, like, I'm not going to tell you guys what server I'm on. You get the name, and that's about it. And I doubt that there's more than 2 or 3 of these, so you can find me if you really want. But I don't imagine that I'll be making any WoW content. I have every intention of just like keeping it shush and mostly playing solo and maybe getting into a PvP guild and focusing on just like BGs and stuff like that. I think that'll be fine for me. And I realistically won't have the hours to put into Path of Exile to actually like ethically build characters and show them off to you guys. And I don't want to be a cheater. Realistically, I can't even afford to be a cheater. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully 3.9 ignites the flame of passion that I have for Path of Exile, and I'll be back. Like, even if it doesn't, I'll be back. But Blight's not gonna do it for me. I'm not stoked on that. I'm not even. This is gonna sound so dumb. The decision came down to what do the challenge MTX rewards look like, right? They look like shit. In my opinion, they look like somebody barfed on your character, and I'm not gonna fucking spend time earning that. So, and I think it's kind of I think this is gonna sound stupid too, but I kind of think that the shitty league plus the shitty MTX rewards, and it just basically being like a pre-patch to 4.0 in my mind, I kind of think it's the development team's way of saying, go ahead, go play Classic. Just give it a couple months. We know you'll be back. So that's what I'm going to do. If you guys stick around and play Path of Exile, I hope you have a fucking awesome league. I recommend starting with Divine Ire Totems. Go look up Mathil's Divine Ire Totems. That's what I would have chosen for my first build. It's going to be a little bit of a rough start, but I think if you're patient enough to give it a week or so of actually putting hours in and earning the gear, I think it'll be really, really good for the league mechanic, even though I don't actually know what that looks like yet. That's just my recommendation. Otherwise, I was watching him do the skill gems. He was reading off the skill gems today, and it sounded like the new shock pulse mines are like, they sound like they could be an option, like an optional for the lightning spire traps. So I would try those out in like a Tinker Skin build that does like maybe a Vol Arc and a 6-link, and then a 4-link setup for those Shock Nova mines to like apply really, really big shocks to your enemies and then just spam out a bunch of arcs. I think that would be really good. I also heard is it Shock Nova mines? I think I'm fucking it up. Whatever, who cares? Play mines. Just go play mines. Play a trapper. Play mines. Like, that's what I was gonna do. That and Divine Ire Totems, it would be good. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you guys make a lot of currency. I hope you guys find something like crazy overpowered before everybody else does and make 1,000,000 fucking Exalted Orbs over it. And if you don't do that, I hope to see you in Warsong Gulch. I really do. And it's gonna be fun. So, until next time, take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Um, I know I could really use to work on that second one a little bit right now. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. But I'll see you guys soon. Take care.